Hey everybody, it's Monday, and you know what that means. It is another Collector Safe Space member spotlight, and this time I'm actually spotlighting one of our newest members, one of the old school OGs I followed on YouTube. And I say that because I remember watching his video when he went to the Super 7 store with his family, and it was like super inspiring to something I wanted to do eventually with my channel, and eventually I did. I'm introducing Wolfie of the Wolfpack Toy Review, our West Coast brother. Good to have you here.
What's up, Wolfpackers? Thank you for having me, Andre. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Homie, it's always good. You have been one of the people I love and admire in the community because you embody a lot of what the standard for what we believe in the collector safe space, which is community. And one thing you did recently that I shouted you out on in our group chat, and I'm gonna shout you out here, was you one of your friends, IE Toys, he was having his birthday, and you went out of your way to make sure that it was well known that he was your friend, that you had a great time, and it was his birthday. And I thought that was the coolest thing to see someone do because, like Phil was saying yesterday in his live, there's a lot of toxicity within the community. There's a lot of like backbiting, and it's rare you see good people like yourself and what we try to do. And I thought that was awesome. So I wanted to
Yeah,
commend you for that.
yeah. No,
So
thank you. That's he's my guy. We've been friends since I actually same with you. I before I was friends with him, I was actually a fan of his channel, of his work. And then when I started a channel, I started kind of reaching out some of the people that I had watched prior to starting my channel. I was like, well, let me look this guy up. And luckily he wasn't a total tool bag and wanted to follow me back. And the, the things could have went south. Things could have went south real quick. But yeah, no, appreciate it, man. It's just yeah, it's the thing is, toy hunting, toy collecting is it's kind of a niche thing where you don't open a conversation with hi, I'm a toy hunter, hi, I collect. So when you do in your well, not so much in your personal life, but when you can meet someone that's into the same kinds of likes, the same kinds of things as that, it's an automatic thing to link up, bond.
yeah, it's something that we've talked about, and I know you've been privy to the chats. We've said it before. It's as an adult male toy collector, we struggle to make friends because it's like I'll go around my brother-in-law and he doesn't collect toys, but he loves Power Rangers. So like we could have a mutual discussion about like some pop culture stuff like movies, Marvel, stuff like that. But like toys, it's like I'm by myself. Now when I'm with my people, like yourself included, it's completely different. I feel comfortable, I'm at ease, we can, shoot the shit about whatever we want. And it's a lot harder to make those kind of connections with your friends in the toy collector community, especially when you want to find real friends that are like actually that contact you, that reach out. Like I think I have everybody's phone number in our text group on Instagram. Like I text JJ every week, multiple times. Dave and I talk every day. I talk to you. I talk to Cobb. I got Cobb's number. I make sure you guys are okay because that's what we believe in. We want to make sure we communicate. Like when I was trying to find you those Crimson Guards and I got you the wrong one.
Yeah, that's yeah. Our wires are crossed. We'll talk about that one in just a bit. But yeah, Dre did me a solid. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, but it's what we do. Like it's making sure we look out for each other, which is something that at the end of the day we should be always doing. And I think that that's why I love that when you came in, you know, I it's like I remember being with you on T3 stream, and I was like, holy crap, T3 got him. I was like, I've been a fan of this guy for a long time. And look, he's Latino. He's an asa. You don't get a lot of. It's hard to find people that are the same ethnicity, if not the same ethnicity, but the same interest level. And it was so cool. I'm like, yeah, he lives on the West Coast. So what? If I ever go out to Disneyland, I'm gonna hit you up, and we'll get to meet
Yeah,
our families to link up.
yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, no, I'm just a guy, man. I put my pants on one leg at a time. If I don't do the dishes, I get yelled at, So it's all that stuff. I'm just a guy. But yeah, no, it's
Facts.
definitely it's definitely always fun to reach out to people, that you like for what particular, whatever reason, their content or their TikToks or so and so. And then when they reciprocate that back, man, it's just it feels so good. Like, oh man, he's this person's down to earth, or this person, and it can be just a little thing like liking your stories or following you back. You don't necessarily just have to become best friends, but that thing where, like, oh man, this person was, it almost seemed unobtainable, and now we're just shooting the shit. It's always a good feeling. So I try to reciprocate it back as much as I can. I know sometimes, it's you can't like have one-on-ones with everybody, but I try to do as much as I can. I'm always in the DMs and on IG. I'm always, I'll have like 9 different chats going at one time. I got to make sure I don't say this thing to that person, but oh wait, no, we're talking about something completely different. You know? Yeah,
I
no,
know what
it's
you're
always
saying.
fun. It's always fun mixing it up and meeting new people.
So let me ask you this. I feel like a lot of people that didn't know about your content, I want to kind of get you a little bit of a little bit more out there because again, I found you as YouTube had recommended you to me years ago. I think it was like 2 or 3, like 2 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 2 years ago. And you were at the Super 7 store, and that's like my first like video that led me into your channel. And then I started watching all your stuff, and I loved the toy hunting you did with your kids and your wife. It was so it's such a cool thing. So I wanted to know a little bit about like what got the channel started, what got. I can tell your whole family collects because that's what we got from you, which I loved. So I
Yeah.
want to know what that's like for you, and tell us a little bit about you.
All right. So, or origin story. The kids for years wanted a channel. So they were, just, dad, we want to do this, we want to do that. They see the Ryan's World, they see the, I think at the time they used to watch Stampy Longnose or something like that, just like people playing like Minecraft and stuff like that. I was like, well, I don't necessarily know how to do that. I'm not the best with computers and stuff. I barely know how to link anything. So I'm just like, well, what do I know? I'm one of those boots on the ground, putting boot to ass. So I'm toy hunting kind of just it kind of just falls in place for me. You're out doing this stuff anyways. Why not document it and stuff like that. So the very first toy hunt video that we shot, because we started doing reviews first. I initially didn't have a lot of success. Everyone, assumes if you make a video, boom, it's gonna go viral and 8,000 likes or something like that. But our videos will get maybe like, I don't know, 50 to 100 views and so likes. So I was like, let's kind of try to find something different, and that's where the first toy hunt came from. I was at work on a Saturday, and I'm just kind of bored out of my mind, staring out into the ocean. I'm in the Bay Area, so I'm kind of looking out into the bay, just like, I'm so bored. I could so be toy hunting right now, and I get off work at 5:30. I call the kids. I'm like, get your shoes on. We're going toy hunting. So that's where that one went, and for a very long time that was my highest viewed video. So I was like, bro, that's what we're never gonna eclipse that. We're never gonna top that. And then little by little you build up that fan base, that just people that want to tune in and see what you're doing. And here we are. How long ago did we start the channel? 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. It's been a while. It's been a while. But if you look at some of our early content and compared to now, these kids are taller than me now. So
Yeah, it's amazing to see the growth of your family. And I like the legacy it's kind of left for you and your kids because me and my kids the same way. Like I have my daughter who's if she's been on several episodes, and my littlest one, everybody's seen when she first was born, and now she's 3, and people see her walking around talking, and she's actually got a fan base here on this channel through my friends. That my friends are like, oh my god, Lorelai's so cute, Rory's so cute, Peanut's so cute. They call her by her nickname, and I love that. That's kind of how people already know. They know that they're like, oh, they call my wife Mrs. Dre. They're like, oh, Mrs. Dre. We hear her in the background cracking jokes. So I think that that's cool, and I love that I saw that with your family, like and it's such a. I know it's a very big step for us who are we have our families on YouTube because people sometimes look at it negatively, like, oh, why do you have your kids on YouTube? Why do you have your family? And that's our choice. And I
yeah,
think that that's
yeah.
cool that you do that with them, and you guys all collect,
it,
which is
it, it
fun.
was it was it was definitely a balancing act early on. The kids were still in elementary school, so we wanted to showcase them, but also kind of give them their privacy. We never wanted to reveal too much about their personal life. Just they're into cartoons. I mean, we went as far as in some of the earlier episodes where the kids themselves review the videos. They shot the videos, they edited the videos. I was like, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, guys. I don't have time to do it. So here's the I'll give you a box or I'll give you a figure, and you turn in a finished product to me at the end of the day. So that's kind of how we kind of kept the ball rolling on times because everyone's got a job, everyone's got something to do, and shooting, editing, and uploading, it's a labor of love sometimes. If you don't really love this, it's gonna show because you might make 2 3 videos and well, you know what, that didn't work out. So you definitely have to be all invested in doing this thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's one of my friends said many years ago, and it's a mantra that I live by. The day this ever stops being fun, I leave. And I've already said that this is much like baseball. I've struck out twice already before on YouTube. And struck out meaning that like I've been burned by the community, been burned by some people, and this channel is about the community I'm building with other people, like you're affiliated, our guys, and several other people. And I said, if this does not work out, I will keep the channel, but I will not upload videos to it anymore. I will, support my friends, my family, and that's it. And everybody has said, Dre, I understand. I said, look, I'm 45 years old. I got better things to do with my time than having to edit, run a video, and I don't get paid for it. I said all that stuff is done because we choose to do it to share the love of what of the of. I'm gonna grab a Mythic Legion because I have it right here. A
Yeah,
figure,
nice.
you know.
Yeah.
Thank you. A piece of plastic. We do it because we say, "Oh, you like this? Well, I like it too. Let's talk about it." You know, and I think that's one of the great things about having YouTube. You know, Dave, I love what he said. Anybody burns you, they burn me. Bring it. I know, homeboy. So I
Yeah.
ain't worried. I don't have to worry about you. I know you got my back. I know several people in
Yeah.
the community. I know my real friends now, and I'm not. That's why I'm not worried about that. So let's talk about something interesting. Hey, look at my other brother right here, JJ. ¿Qué pasa, hermanos? Lord más. Oh, that's that. I know what that is. That's fantasy football talk, folks. So, ooh, look at this. Look at this. 4 boxes. So let's actually. I want to hear this story. So, you went to your Target and you saw all 4 of those, correct?
No, no, no. The trouble bubbles are Pulse exclusives. So
Oh, they
so you
were.
you you, you yeah,
Oh,
you had to order them through Pulse, but they they actually didn't fly off the shelf so fast. I remember seeing them, and then maybe a few days later, I'm kind of counting my money up, just like, do I can I swing it right now, or I was like, what, bleep it, let's do it, and then yeah, I was just, like, hopefully, the economy doesn't crash, and I gotta come up with some money really quick or something like that. But yeah, when they landed, bro, I'm just like, the box that came for it, and I'm just like, I don't know, I was pacing back and forth. I was like waiting for the governor to call at midnight or something, because it was just when the FedEx guy finally showed up, because I'm tracking it the whole way. It hasn't left Illinois in like 3 days, and all of a sudden it's in Stockton on the West Coast, and I think it arrived in my hometown at about 4 a.m. And I keep updating, I keep updating, I keep updating, nothing. And I'm the same thing to review these figures. It's you might just see a 10 to 12 minute video, but that's for me at least. I'd say about 6 hours of shooting, editing, trying to piece it all together, and then sometimes even the uploads won't want to upload. So I'm just it's work. So yeah, so by the time it came, I was just like, yeah, it's pretty late in the day. I got some stuff going on, so I just do a pop up live and go live. Wing it on live.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. I love the live, and I love the fact that are the way you do your reviews. I think they're very very good. It's like I'm very picky with YouTube reviewers. I think because there's so many of them out there, including myself. Myself, Dave, and several others. So how do you differentiate yourself from all those? Like, how do you feel you differentiate yourself from other reviewers?
Well, so it's kind of hard, and like I guess a hater would say that you're copying this guy or you're copying that guy, but I always say there's only one way to review this, unless I'm doing it upside down, you know. So if I do a spin like that, someone might say, oh well, he copied Shartimus from that, or if I show you the articulation, how much he kicks back or how much he kicks forward, I copied Robo or something, you know. So we can only review these figures a certain way. I just kind of try to have fun with it. I don't know if you remember a show back in the early '90s called Dream On.
I do.
Brian Ben. Yeah. Well, remember he would just get like random clips would pop in his head depending on the situation. That's kind of what happens with me in life. I'm just talking about something. All of a sudden, I'll get a picture. I'll get a visual of something. So I kind of try to include those visuals into my reviews. That way, or even the toy hunts. That way, you guys can kind of visualize what it is that I'm thinking. Kind of put you in there. And then I guess somewhere down the line, as far as the toy hunts go, people started telling me, kind of thanks for bringing us along with you, or with thanks for you bringing us along with you know what I mean, right? So I so
Of course.
I kind of treated it that way too. It's just a virtual toy hunt. So jump in the car with your boy. I'm gonna go to this store or that store. You don't have to spend a dime. It's all on me, you know. So
Exactly.
yep.
I think that's cool because one thing, Colin, EC Collecting, hi, Toy Hunter, happy belated birthday. One thing Colin had said, EC Collecting, and I love it, is that you know when you go on toy hunts, because I don't like doing them. I like going for myself, but you guys, when you go, are actually not going for yourselves. You're really going for the community to show what the stores are having. And you said it, like you said it today. I saw your short that said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that's basketball, bro. It's simple.
Yeah.
You don't throw that ball, Yoda, do or do not. There is no try. If you
Yeah.
don't go and if you say, "Oh man, screw it, I ain't gonna go today," and you missed, you don't know what you could have found. Look what you found. You know.
Yep.
And for those of you
And if
that
it,
didn't see his video, the quick little snippet, go see because it's actually really cool what he found in the
yeah,
place that you
cool,
least
cool.
expect it.
Yep. Yep. Hey, shout out to IE in the building too, and EC Collect popping in. Thanks for coming, guys. Real quick before drop a like for my boy Dre, man. Let's try to get the algorithm popping up and doing some crazy stuff. But
I
yeah,
know.
it's
I love it. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I'm trying to think where lost my train of thought because yeah, I did just go to a store right now, and I'm still kind of riding the high from scoring that. Go check it out on the Instagram. Go check it out on TikTok. I just uploaded it just before we went. Go check it out. Let me know what you thought of that hidden treasure. But yeah, it's I I think of it like I like to use baseball analogies a lot. A
Hmm.
uh, a 300 hitter, a 300 career hitter, right? Is going to he goes to the Hall of Fame. Look at Wade Boggs. Look at Edgar Martinez. Right, guys like that. 300 hitters. Every 10 at bats, that makes 7 outs. Would you consider that successful? If every 10 times you went out, you came back empty-handed 7 times. But
Hmm.
in certain terms, in certain things, 3 out of 10 is still considered good. If a quarterback goes 3 for 10, you're starting to look at who's the backup? Who's the backup? Can we get this guy in here? But it's same thing though. If you don't swing the bat, you're not going to get a hit. If you don't take the shot, or you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah.
You're right because I think that we as toy collectors, there's days that we don't want to go out. And thanks, Dave, for putting it in. Dave's one of the mods for the channel. He just threw that in there, so you guys can go check that out. The Trouble Bubble review is awesome, and you know one thing that I think we need to do more of is we need to be more mindful of like what's out there and informative to what's out there. Because let's be realistic, we know Hasbro's cutting back. I know several guys in the community that have said it, from Nerd Affiliated to T3 to Gary's Grails, everybody. We're seeing less and less in the stores. I even told my wife the other day, I was looking for my daughter's costume at Target, and I go through the toy aisle, and there's less and less Marvel Legends. There's less and less Transformers, less and less McFarlane. And, you know, what do you feel about them now going to more of an online platform versus the toy hunting platform? What do you think about that?
This is something that's been brewing for years. It's not new. I mean, I remember talking to who was it? I don't know, just people, and they were like, eventually everything's gonna be online retail and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm almost a dinosaur myself, so I'm gonna try to stick with this for as long as I can. But yeah, pretty soon, I mean, certain some of the WalMarts that I take you guys to, the figures are behind glass. You need to have an associate up there and yeah, let them get it out for you, because retail theft it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. So I mean, a lot of stores in some of these big cities are just kind of completely pulling out, just because it's not just the toys. It's laundry soap, it's deodorant, it's diapers, Similac. Things like that are just flying off the shelves, and they're losing a ton of money, so they're pulling out. It's it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to where we're seeing less and less. We're seeing it with this next wave of Marvel Legends, the Marvel Knights.
Yep,
Uh,
the Marvel Lights.
yeah, it's probably the best wave that they've had all year, and it's not going to be in store. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of sucks, because I mean I've this year, even last year, I pulled back on a lot of Marvel Legends. I've got like, you gotta kind of be the A list to make the shelf, and everything else just goes in a tote. Um, Now Hasbro's got a wonderful ploy where they release a limb to a figure, and in order to build that figure, you got to buy the entire wave. So
Mm-hmm.
I've got just above us. I've got all my build a figures, and the subsequent figures that it took to get those build a figures are all sitting in a bin, because it's think of like Darwin from the X-Men list. Like, I've got no use for that guy. But I needed the arm for the tank guy, or stuff like that.
I can tell you, I understand it because I'm looking at it right here next to me. When you get like, where's he at? Here we go.
Yeah, yeah,
Great figure, great figure. All the pieces I needed to get him, I sold every single piece except for one, Emma Frost, because it was
yeah.
the best Emma Frost we were gonna get.
And we haven't gotten we haven't gotten an Emma Frost in years, and the one that we did get was
Toys
was
R Us
not great.
exclusive.
Yeah, was not great. So yeah, that definitely, this one was the for sure scoop from that wave. Everything else was so, but yeah, it's hit or miss. I would say when a wave comes out that you're not feeling, but you're feeling the Build a Figure wave, just be patient. Wait a year and a half. You might find it at a toy show for dirt cheap. Someone trying to get rid of it for 45, 50. Instead of like the 90 that eBay's going for right now, or something like that.
So let
Just
me
just
ask you
kind just
this: FOMO, because I love that because I want to see what your feelings are about this, because as somebody who I could tell is a completionist in a lot of ways, and in a good way, because like I said, your display when I saw it, beautiful, and I don't kiss anybody's ass. So y'all can, anybody that watches this and like, oh Trace, nah, I don't kiss anybody's ass. I love this. I love this display because it's something similar to what I want to do. So when you see something that you're like, I gotta have it. That's like the Mafex. I see your Mafex steel, and I'm jealous because I totally want that steel. Um, do you believe in the, like with certain McFarlane figures, wait that are not gold label exclusive to Walmart or Target, wait to see those become clearance, or like Dave says here, Ollie's discount? because he scooped up a couple good ones for me from there,
Yeah.
to help complete a weight. But so where do you feel like FOMO for you lies, and do you feel like FOMO is still a thing?
No, FOMO is definitely a thing. I've got four of these because of FOMO. Um, it's it's a fine line. It's a fine line. Buy now or play the long game. There's times when you get really lucky with things when you play the long game. You're paying 1994 prices for a figure when you play the long game. There's other times when you buy it now because it may not make it to the long game. We The East Coast guys are lucky, man. The closest Ollie's west is Texas. So I've got no access to Ollie's. I'm very dependent on other people for the clearances from Ollie's. Those boats that the Fortnite boats. I had a buddy from these actually North Carolina grab two of them, and I told him just take them out of the box, ship them to me just as is as the boat. The shipping cost on that was like almost $100. I was like, bro, that's we, they're trying to like box you out or something like that. So we couldn't make that happen, sadly.
Wait a second. I'm gonna talk to you after the stream. I got something. I got you. I will. We will make that happen for you. Again, like your boy IE saying it right here. He says right here. He says hard to play the long game in Cali because nothing pegs out here that much, and we don't have ollies.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I think the long game works in a Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and I don't want to say Best Buy because I don't really shop there anymore. But like in a place where we have those other options. Um, you guys don't have the Toys R Us and the Macy's out there.
We do, but it's a little scarce. It's not the way you would think. It's definitely not walking into an actual Toys R Us, but it's better than nothing.
So I'm going to take a sidestep to this because before we continue on with this, um, it's something I think about, and I know and I forget where you live because I always think everybody in my group lives close by. So being in Cali, I know that you guys have a lot of negative things going on. This is not a political thing, but I do read up on the news. I know you guys have a lot of theft. That's why you have toys behind glass and even just the basic life essentials behind glass now.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of joblessness and a lot of homelessness, and I know that affects what you can find in retailers and what your access is. Is that something you're seeing particularly more in your area of California? And does it affect you indirectly?
Yeah, no, I'll talk about it in my video sometimes. I'm kind of in between Oakland and San Francisco. Um, and the closer you get to San Francisco, cost of living goes up. So your at the time 1999 figures would cost 24.99. So we were getting the price hike before Hasbro decided to raise it up. This was Target's doing. This was Walmart's doing. Where I'm at, the prices are still the same. But once you start moving towards like Chartemis's area or something like that, just closer to San Francisco. You get a $5 hike. What I would tell people in the videos is if that's happening to you, take your Target app and show them the actual price or give them show a retailer and they'll credit you or they'll get you that price. They'll get you that price on a figure.
Yeah, I've seen that too much. And I just says it here. FOMO is real. Believe the hype.
Yeah.
So speaking of FOMO, we'll come back to FOMO. Um, has there been a figure, a diorama, a vehicle, something that has escaped you because of FOMO recently?
You know what? The Batman was it Batman 66, the diorama, that one I'm kind of kicking myself because I think originally it was going for about 30 and it might have been higher than that. And I know I wasn't going to do it. I know I wasn't going to do it, but my home base, as General Kenobi likes to call his home target, his home base. Um, they sat forever, and then when they went on clearance, they dropped down to it was somewhere in the 20s. and then it even dropped down to the low teens, and I missed out on it. I missed out on it, and I've just kind of been back in my mind. I've been like, God, that's a for anyone that wants like a house diorama, like a living room, like a fancy living room or something like that. It's an instant starter pack, you know, and it sizes up with 112 or with 6-inch scale figures. So it's very easy to just that's your starter diorama, and then people can jump off from there and start going to other guys, you know, whether they want to spend 200 $300, but that's kind of your base, your starter diorama set for the price of $15. I spend more than that on coffee a week.
Bro, who you telling?
Cheers.
Who you?
Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
brother. Cheers to hey, brothers and sisters in the chat. Raise yourself if you got your coffee or adult beverage. Like we said before backstage, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, folks.
5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, this
Hey,
is
La
next.
Combe, La Combe. If you guys want me to be sponsored by me, please. I love your coffee. I'm lactose intolerant, so I gladly will do it. Um, so for me, I think the FOMO, if I have to pick one thing, FOMO might be that six pack, the Batman figure six pack
The
that they did
Batman.
at
Okay,
McFarlane.
yeah,
And the only reason I didn't decide to go in on it, like I pre-ordered it when it came up, and then I canceled it about a week later because I said, why do I need to have all those? I already have four out of those six.
yeah,
I only want two. Why do I have to pay $100? And then I know T3 recently had posted on IG saying that they're going to release the Batman and Robin figures later on and the Batman Forever figures. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. Why I don't need a six pack, especially now in the aftermarket. People are trying to mark that son of a bitch up from
yeah.
110 to what was it? I think it was somebody was selling it for 212. Why? It's just six figures that we've already got
Well,
four.
well, and then if you wait another 6 months, they're gonna release a few of those individually. It's Toddy Mac. It's all he does is push out Batman. You
Repaints,
know,
reissues, gold labels. We've seen them all. Target exclusives.
yeah, no, not to knock Toddy. He makes good work. It's just that he knows how to squeeze every dime out of it. You know, um, he'll sell you the same figure, and it'll be this one for that price, and then this one for that for a separate price. You know,
Oh, yeah,
and
gold label because he's a repaint and a different head
yeah,
sculpt.
yeah,
Because they did that with the Jokers. They did what was it? They did the whole Batman wave, the Dark Knight wave, and then they were like, "Oh, you want the Bane build a figure? We got you. Now it's gonna be the Joker splash." I thought that was the stupidest thing they could have ever done. Then I was like,
yeah,
"Why didn't you release more of the Solomon Grundy wave?" Because I never found it in store. I never got any of the Grundy. I had to go to Second and Charles to get parts for the Batman Bane build a figure, and I only found one of the figures for Grundy, and it was Amazon because you can't find Penguin, Catwoman, or Batman. And I don't even want the figure; I just want the Grundy pieces.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. I didn't want so much the figures in the way, but that Grundy was pretty good. Just like I mean, that's kind of McFarlane as a whole. His build figures are pretty solid, and then you know the good thing is you only need four. You only need four to complete them, not five and a half, not seven like Hasbro. But it is what it is. I mean, wait a little bit. You might find something at a con. You never know.
Yeah, I just looked down. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got my cyborg legs here." Did you see that Wonder Woman? How dope she looks.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
she's gonna be fire, bro. They haven't put her up for pre-order yet. I think she's going up for pre-order this week. And I was like, man, okay, $24, and I get the last piece. And Cyborg looks dope. And you're right. I think McFarlane. Here's where he goes wrong. His regular figures are hit or miss. You get a 50-50 shot of loving those figures. But the build of figures are 100% money every time.
yeah, yeah,
Like you cannot go wrong with like Atrocitus. You can't go wrong with the Batman that was the Wraith Batman that they did from the Speed Force with the Flash figures. I didn't
yeah.
like those Flash figures. They were the only two of them I liked. The rest of them I sold. The Build a Figure, I was like, it's great. It was a little flimsy, but I sold that one too, and that was sold for high value. I mean, I sold it for like four times what it should be worth. because people were like, why? You couldn't find it anymore. Target stopped carrying it. Ollie's wasn't carrying the figures, you know? So it's
Yeah,
funny. Let me see here. What he said. Dave said, Repaint City, where the figure
yeah.
pretty and your wallet gets itchy. It's true.
This one goes out to Kurt K, my buddy over there in is he in Massachusetts? God, it just slipped my mind where he's from, but he's on the East Coast. He's on the East
Hey,
Coast.
Kurt.
We're always talking about IPAs and the such.
Nice. So, I gotta ask? Is there something now that like you? I know you're looking forward to the new Marvel Legends wave. That Marvel Knights wave is gonna be awesome. Did you pass on the Hydra Stomper wave?
Yes, I did. I think originally when first announced, I liked the way Kingpin looked. I liked what was the witch? Her name just slipped my mind.
Agatha.
Agatha, yeah, Agatha looked good, and I think there might have been one other figure in that wave that I was on the fence about. But that's kind of Hasbro as a whole, or Marvel Legends as a whole. There'll be two hitters, two so and two that you don't want, but you need them for your build figure. You know, so. I think it was. I was gonna wait. Usually, I always do wait until they're in store. I hardly ever will pre-order something and have it arrive. Um, I think I was checking out Dan Hu's review of Kingpin, and I was like, man, it's sad to say, but the only thing I like on the figure is the head sculpt, the D'Onofrio head sculpt. It's a reuse of the Happy Hogan body. It's kind of lazily done too. They could have done slightly better. So I'm thinking 24.99, 27.99, whatever the new price point is for a head that doesn't even look good on the body. So it's I'm and then the same thing with Agatha. Uh, I, it's I'm from a time where Diamond Select would come out with a figure right after Marvel Legends. So you kind of you could weigh it out. Do I do the Diamond Select version, less articulation but better detail, or do I do the Marvel Legends version, better articulation, not so much on the detail. But Diamond Select for whatever reason doesn't put them out like they should, or so you don't have that rivalry anymore. I say that in my videos sometimes when these companies are competing, us as consumers, we're the winners. It's going to cause them to step their game up. Look at what's going on with GI Joe. They may not admit it, but they're feeling what Valaverse is doing. So rightfully so, they're giving us better products.
And they're finally making it accessible to the consumer because, like you said, we drive their market value. Because if we don't hunt for, I'm trying to even think, if we're looking for vehicles like the Valaverse truck, that Valaverse truck looks amazing. And then look at the Engine of Vengeance. I backed it when it originally came out because I wanted who did not want a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, you
Yeah,
know?
it's sad that one didn't fund though. For a lot of the hate that it got, there was a lot of people that wanted that. Me included. Me included. And I know with the what is it, the noodle or
Ramen
the
toys.
yeah, ramen toys. It's yeah, they're doing it for a lot cheaper, but it's it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. You're paying for a Robbie Reyes, not a knockoff or something like that. There's high points, there's low points on that one too. It's for me. I sat it out. I'm not picking up that one either.
Yeah, like the Ramen Racer, I think it's called. I mean, like I like
Yeah,
it. Will I get it? No. Will I buy it when they release it next year? Maybe because if it's lower price, I'm not going to get the Robbie Reyes because I know Marvel Legends already said they're going to release him down the line because
yeah.
they released four figures in that set: Mephisto, Robbie Reyes, Madeline Pryor, and I forgot the fourth one that was supposed to be released. And then
Uh, it was the naked guy. It was like
yeah,
total reuse, total reuse of a body. And
yeah,
they knew they were drowning because all of a sudden they announced all these things that are going to come with it. And yeah, Madeline Pryor was really nice. If you want to, you can go get a custom of Madeline Pryor if you want her that bad.
I've seen it. There's a guy in Japan right now. I found him today called oh god, something about figure something with figures. It was an interesting. Hey, hermano. Hey, Captain Spaulding. Um, he was talking about like how overseas it's hard to find figures because if you're in Japan, they get their stuff from China first, and sometimes it costs more. And I was like, man, he showed like a Phoenix figure that looked awesome. I was like, damn, that figure looks fire. And he's like, yeah, screw the Diamond Select figure. I just want the background. And that's how I know Marvel Select always was their win because their diorama pieces are fire.
Yeah,
But like you
yeah,
said, it's you pay $30, you get a dial piece, you get a couple of accessories, and you get a figure with 20 points of articulation.
yeah.
But do you pay $24.99, get better points of articulation, less detail, no dial piece, possibly no even build a figure piece? Where's the difference? Like look at that blade.
Yeah.
That Marvel Knights blade, I'm not gonna lie. He looks like that flat top dude from freaking Dick Tracy. Because he got
Hammerhead,
that
I think
fade.
I think was
Yeah,
his name, right?
Hammerhead. He got my boy got that fade that looked horrible. But I was like, man, I already got a blade. I want that Marvel Knights one. Can I swap the head sculpts? Because the original Man Thing wave, you got the
Yeah.
two head sculpts. You got the Snipes head sculpt, and you got the what was it, Sticky Fingers? Was the other
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, 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 yeah. From the
So
show, right?
yes, so you get both head sculpts with that, and the body was whack because it was not the it was the it still had the didn't have the butterfly joints. I was like, whatever, I can live with that. But if it works, hell yes, I'll gladly be swapping that. Or you get the Diamond Select one, which I think looks better because it looks like Sticky Fingers, but they put way more detail into it. They gave it a dial piece, you know.
Yeah,
So
some people just love their 6 inch figures. They don't want to make the jump to 7. Same thing with McFarlane. Some people don't collect it because of the 7 inch scaling. Some people don't pick up SH figure arts because they're smaller than Legends. So it's kind of just your own taste, your own preference. At the end of the day, it's your own money. Spend it
so
however you want to spend it.
I love the way you said that. That is exactly how I feel. If you want it, buy it. Who
Yeah.
gives a shit what I think about what you spend your money on? Because to me, unless it's my wife or my kids, when we spend the money, it's that's ours. That's our money we're spending. But if it's you, I care. I mean, if you're enjoying it, then hey, Mazel Tov, enjoy it. But like you said, here I'm gonna give you an example. You just said Nick Fury. So would you buy the Nick Fury that is the current Marvel Legend MCU Disney Plus one, or would you purchase? Because I did this a while back. I still haven't even opened it.
Oh yeah, I definitely go there. I would
This
definitely go
one,
that route.
folks, if you haven't gotten this, I had pre-ordered this on Big Bad Toys 3 years ago, and I got it 3 years ago. I never opened it. I've been wanting to do a review on it. This figure, I think, will beat the current the MCU Disney Plus one for the simple fact that it's got more articulation. That's the only reason. Only
It
reason.
the Hasbro version of Nick Fury was a little lazily done. They could have given us such a better figure. Just I mean, get an open trench coat, bro. Come on, you can't do me a solid like that. Open the
They did
trench
that
coat
with
up so I
Hush.
can.
They did that
Yeah,
with Hush though. You had to take a blade. You had to cut the blade down to get him so you could get him to have articulation and ab crunch in a figure that people were like, it's Hush. His trench coat's open. Why is it closed? Same thing with Fury. It's like I've people already have said on the Chinese, like they ordered it through Chinese import sites, and they were like, oh, I cut the coat. Why should I damage my figure?
yeah.
Do you customize any figures? I was always curious.
Once in a while, I don't have it here now, but just little things to make the figure function a little better. If you got to shave a quarter of an inch off here just to get a little better articulation. I think one of the McFarlane's the Last Night on Earth Batman. He's kind of he's in the straight jacket. And the straight jacket had a very high neck to where the articulation was little to none. So all I did was just shave just a little bit with an X-Acto knife, little things like that. Or if the figure doesn't come with a trigger hand, but you need them to have a trigger hand, just take the X-Acto knife. Just be real careful. Cut through it. Now you got yourself a trigger hand. That's about as far as my customizing will go. Every once in a while, over. Let me see if I have a point or something I can point to. I like using little devices that if you're having trouble with the hip articulation, shaving that down just a little bit, just a little bit will help with the flow. Hang on one second.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah,
You're gonna talk for a little bit,
all good,
and
all good. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Wolf Doggy Dog on with Dre. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys have been picking up lately. I go over to the go over to my IG and TikTok. I just posted something I found today. Lifting up a few panels, and yeah, found a little bit of gold. I'm trying to think of what else has been in. I got the trouble bubbles last week. The his tank should be coming around the mountain, when she blows. But yeah, let me see who we got in the chat. We got Kurt, Dave's Dimension, Stuffman, Cobain Games is in the building, EC Collect, Captain Spaulding, IE Toy Hunter. If you guys are in the building, man, say hey, say hello. Let me know you guys are chilling with us. I think I saw Blue Sasquatch earlier. Yes, we are live, bro. We are live. Yeah, cheers to you guys. I told Dre just before it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm trying to think what. I put this on the IG. I feel like the last person on the planet to pick one up, but I finally got it. I'm probably gonna do a review of it just on general principle because we're the Wolf Pack. It's kind of old. It's been out for about 3 months. I got I got played by Big Bad Toys. They well, excuse me. I pre-ordered it back in December of last year, and then when they started shipping, I'm like, bro, where's mine? I'm seeing people starting to get theirs, and I go check the order, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, we ran out. Sorry. I'm like, oh, delete me, I guess, right? But whatever. I don't. Not like I need it.
oh goodness, what did I miss?
Oh, I was talking about the Veteran Williams that I pre-ordered it last year from Big Bad Toys, and I should have went through Japan or yeah, directly, which some people are doing a lot more because they're getting tired of being gouged for like Mayfix Spider-Man, beautiful figure, awesome
Yes, it
figure,
is.
not worth $110 plus tax, right?
Mm,
So there's little ways to try to save. I think some people were with shipping can get a Mayfex here for about somewhere between 60 and 80, just to depend on where in North America you live. So I mean there are other ways to not get not get gouged by a big bad by an Entertainment Earth or what have we.
I can I can recommend a store for you.
What do you
Ami
got?
Ami Ami Japan.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's it, folks. If you guys don't know, amiami.co.jp, they ship to the US. You pay a flat, there's two shipping rates you pay. You pay either the cheaper shipping rate, which doesn't guarantee it takes a month to get to you, or you pay $20 EMS shipping and it gets it to your door within 3 to 5 days from its release date. Meaning it gets released in Japan. It says like March 17th, you'll get it the 21st, the 22nd, it'll be at your doorstep. And
There's a guy on a speedboat that loaded up with
yes,
them.
he gets the rickshaw, he rides it to the pier, he gets it on the boat, and they get it to you, folks. I'm telling you, it is. I've shopped with Ami Ami in the past, and their deals are so phenomenal. I just pre-ordered. I missed Big Bad Toys because I know that Veteran Williams and the Fure, the Tiger, because I do
Yeah.
Mythic Legions. I know a lot of people have been trying to scoop them up because they're like, oh, you can't find them anywhere because they're either you're getting price gouged for $10, $15 above retail, which I get it, in the current thing it is. But when you're spending $95 on a figure and then they're gouging you another 15, and then you pay the tax, and then you pay, Oh yeah, Big Bad. It's only
Yeah,
$4 shipping. Amazon's free shipping, folks,
yeah.
and we still get price gouged because they do it there too. So it can be rough. It can definitely be rough. And then I just said he picked up DK and Diddy Kong. Were those new Jazzwares ones that they released?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, he posted them on his IG earlier today.
Yeah, I gotta take a look at that. And I know Dave just got a box I sent him. So for those of you guys don't know, a while back, this is about almost 2.5 months. I've been getting Dave some of the Joes because his target were in his town in New York. He doesn't know he's in way upstate New York, almost near Canada. So for you all
Yeah.
that don't know, so he doesn't find a lot of good stuff. So he's found some stuff for me, which I can't wait to get. But these are the Joes, and I got them like what was it? Rock and Roll, Shipwreck, Torpedo, Python Patrol, Crimson Guard, and Scrap Metal and Bazooka. And Bazooka he couldn't find anywhere, you know. So oh, it's a Jack specific. That's what it was. And he just got that, and then I sent him a Blue Beetle, a Nightwing McFarlane, you know. And then he's sending me a bunch of Marvel Legends that I wanted. What was it? The Wasp, the new Wasp from the Quantum Mania wave, because I didn't want that wave at all, except for Ant Man, Kang, which I already have, Future Ant Man, which Dave got me, and Wasp.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to do that review. So is there any like I noticed that you before like I said I noticed the figures you collect. I love that veteran William because I need to get him. Um, do you have a preference over which one you prefer more? Do you prefer imports more than is it are you feeling more swayed towards imports now more than because of with the price increase?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people might be with with what I think Nerd Zoic said on one of his. I tell him they're just long commercials. His content nowadays because he's got his store and everything. But he pointed out a really good fact. You spend $90 on the Mayfix Spider Man, you don't need to buy any other one. That one Mayfix is your go to, as opposed to every year you're getting three, four, five different Spider-Men at 24, 27.99, sometimes 34 if they feel like charging you that price. They got you by the short and curlies. What are you gonna do? Not collect?
It's
You know,
true.
so
I mean, I understand. I feel you. I'm mad because I feel like Jesus. If I could show the camera, actually, let's see if I can. No, I can't even do it. I'll take a picture and send it to you. Um, I have one May. I got the Mafex Ben Riley. I got the Mafex Iron Spider from the MCU. Mafex Spider Gwen. I have. I think that's the only other Mafex I have. Yes, and then I got Sentinel Miles Morales from Into the Spider Verse.
that's a good one too. Yeah.
Now, do I have the Marvel Legend Miles Morales? Yes, I have. I do. I would I get the SH Figure Arts one? I'm tempted if the price can go down. I don't think he's
Yeah.
worth $80 with no accessories. With just a couple of hand pieces, he's not worth about $80. And neither is Gwen when we already have I have a Mafex Gwen and two Marvel Legend Gwens. I don't
Yeah.
need another SH Figure Arts Gwen. But
Somewhere in a bin, I've got a Diamond Select Gwen too. So
really, I never seen the
yeah,
Diamond Select one.
with a little dial piece too. So
That's fire. All right. So, folks, you guys are hearing it here. I mean, like, and I mean, I'm gonna be very honest. You guys can notice the difference of like, even with the head sculpts. I know a lot of people that are Star Wars, like you can Phil. I'm not shouting you out in a negative way. I love you, Phil. Um, I know you've said that it's is it worth getting like a Bo-Katan Kryze or like the Book of Boba Fett Boba or the Mando with the helmet this week or the Costco Reeves spending $120 on a Mayfex, but you can play the long game on those because now you can get the boys for under $100. You can
yeah,
literally get what was it, Homelander and Butcher for about $150 for the set. And that's not bad.
yeah, yeah. Depends how much you want it. I've got Homelander in NECA form. I've got three of them in NECA form, but they're slightly better in Apex. They're slightly better than Mayfix. Do I pump my brakes on getting them in mecha form and just instead of getting those three that I do have, I could have got the one. It's again, it's all up to choice. It's your choice. Same thing with the Terminator 2, the Arnie Terminator One actually, where the police assault. Mayfix came out with
Yeah.
theirs. It is better than the NECA. I've got the NECA one. I've got pretty much every Terminator 2 NECA. That's one of my favorite movies. So do I dive in and start picking up this other wave at a much higher price? It's all up to choice. Whatever you want to do, whatever your bank account can afford.
I think yeah, because I think we all cherry pick, and I think you just said it best, folks. And he's Wolfie's right. Stay in your lane. If you can't afford it, don't like. I hate these YouTubers that go out, and I know you probably hate it too. You'll get these guys, and Nerd Affiliated. I love when he says it. I hate when they go and they're like, "Oh, I pre-ordered like every major crowdfunded thing," and then they put it up, review it, and then the next day it's on Mercari
Yeah.
or eBay to recoup their losses. And I'm like, well, why'd you buy it? You know, like I'm gonna go out there and put myself on a limb. Did you crowdfund or crowdsource the crowdfund the Giant Man?
No, I didn't. I was just actually last night. Who were we watching? I was watching Analog Toys video. The I guess the clapback because he's got some beef with Boog now or something. I don't know. It's the whole YouTuber toy reviewer beef and thing is beyond me. But anyways, I'm watching his and because a lot of people say that his it's almost like negative clickbait what he puts out. He himself will say that he's not being negative, but it's very negative some of the things that you're putting out there. Only you're saying you're not being negative. That's like me saying, "Hey, you're fat and stupid," but I'm not saying you're fat and stupid. So we're we're watching it last night, and they compared the Sentinel, they compared the Galactus, and then the price point for Giant Man, and I'm telling the wife, I'm like, I've got it's a good looking figure, but I've got no attachment to it. I've never really been the biggest Ant Man fan or Giant Man fan, so it's kind of I'm just gonna sit in the corner and watch. I'm not gonna hate on you for doing it. If you back it, when it ships, I'll watch your video. I'll drop it a like. Me myself, I'm not getting it though.
I will. Okay, so I'm gonna state this. I had said that I did not want to buy it. I was not gonna spend the money. Um, Dave knows I went on a huge rant video on a live about it. Because I felt like every YouTuber the day that it dropped was like, "Oh, I'm gonna back it because it's the greatest thing ever." Rah, 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 rah. And then I was like, "Okay, no." And then I got convinced because Millennium Workshop, one of our brothers in our group, was like, "If you get it, I'll make you a diorama for it that you can that because there's no base for the figure." I was like,
Yeah,
"You're gonna
yeah,
sell all this stuff for $200." So it is. It's backed. It is now. I will get one. I don't want it, but I will get it to put on the base that Rex is going to build. So tune in next year, fall at this time when it ships, and it will be here in my house, and then Rex will have my base for it, and you'll see it. I don't like, and that's not even a FOMO thing because I like you. There were so many things you could have done. I could tell you're a Spider fan just a little bit. That we could have seen like a Daily Bugle. Would that not have made you say a 1/12 scale Daily Bugle scene with some figures like a Mary Jane, maybe even throw in a Spider Boy from the current comic book run, or how about like I could tell you're a little bit of an X-Men fan, maybe a Danger Room, X-Men 97 kind of theme it like to a something that would have been with that gusto that I would have
yeah,
felt the desire to get it, not this Giant Man figure. Like, yeah,
yeah.
would I like the Ghost? Yeah, I'd love to have a freaking ship. My wife saw it and I made a joke. This is proof. My wife, she's white, I love her to death. She gave me the Puerto Rican woman look when I said it to her. I was like, "Hey, honey, can I get this?" And she looked at me and she said, "You can put it in the car and get the hell out of the house." And I was like, "All right, thank you." But that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's been. Dave says you need this. Dave says you need the X-Men 97 diorama.
Yeah, yeah. It's I mean here's mine. I'll give you guys a quick little hack for everyone watching Dre's channel. But you have to drop a like right now. And anyone watching us on replay, 1 hour into the 1 hour into the stream, drop a like for my boy Dre. Quick hack: if you want to build your own diorama, the Diamond Select. I've said it like 7, 8, 9 times. You know,
Hmm.
every time I say Diamond Select, they send me 3 cents. But um, the X-Men figures for Diamond Select came with the Danger Room dial, not a big piece, but they come with a dial. So what I did was just Xerox those dials, and now I've got walls. I've got my Danger Room walls. Quick hack, easy hack, costs nothing but the ink in your printer. Go to someone else's house if you don't want to spend your ink.
You guys can do that. Look, or if you have a friend that works at an office or at a
There you
school,
go. There you
So
go.
those are again, and I agree with IE 200. We could have gotten a HasLab Fin Fan Foom. That would have been another cool one. Especially that we've had drops of him already in Iron Man 3 in the MCU, and they've mentioned him in Shang-Chi. I mean, we could have seen something cool with that. Oh, and Rolando just did a two-store toy hunt. All right. These
Yep.
are all good. I love this. I love the chat. So we're at the hour. I usually try to go for an hour, so I want to kind of just have you now take your time. Tell us on social media where we can find you. Anything, any big projects you got going on this week. It's your time to shine, my brother.
Yep. Well, this the same YouTube that you're watching me on right now, the Wolfpack Toy review. They got it right down here. TikTok, the Wolfpack Toy review. Do little reels. I'm just messing around there. IG. You ever want to message me? You have a question? Message me right here on IG. That's where we're doing our stuff.
Any other video drops we got? Because I know that we just found, like we said, I don't want anybody to know what you found, but folks, you need to go to his Instagram to see the video of what he found today. Because, like he said, if you can't get if you don't shoot your shot, you're not going to find anything. And he found a gem today. And whenever that video goes up, you better snap a like on that like there because it was freaking dope ass find.
Yeah, yeah. So I got just on backlog. I've got the Trouble Bubble review. I think we dropped that last Friday, and then maybe a week earlier, the Cobra Valkyries, the ladies. So with me, I'm typically known more for my hunts, even though I do review figs here and there. So whenever a figure review hits 1K, I consider that a win. I consider that one a win. Like, yes, you guys actually like me for my reviewing, not so much for the pretty face, but for the reviewing.
Oh, I love it,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I say that too. Like, look, right here. Come on, bro. You know you guys are here for this. The bald
yeah,
head,
right.
you rock it. So
Hey, there you
AT3,
go.
hey, Mira, look right there. Oh,
Separated at birth.
look at that. Look, you even had T3 come through to say what's up. T3,
What's
thank you for
going on?
coming
What's going
through.
on, guys? Shout out to
Blue,
everyone.
thank
Shout out
you.
to shout out to Punky Brewster coming in the building too.
Look at that. Look at big shout out. I love everybody coming through. Thank you guys. It means a lot to just get a chance to even sit with a fellow collector and just chit chat and like we say shoot the shit. Definitely check out his channel, folks. Definitely check out his reviews. Where this isn't the first and last time he will be on here. I know he's doing the fantasy football with JJ and several other of our guys in our group and outside of our group. So definitely keep up with that on JJ's channel. And like I said, we're gonna be doing some more fun stuff the rest of this week. Dave and I got our Hispanic Heritage Month movies we got coming out Wednesday, and then next week Monday I got Millennium Workshop coming on. So definitely come on, check that out. And look, we just talked about that T3. T3 is putting up his review. When is that gonna go up, T3, so we can let people know to go check that out? Because I'd like to actually take a look at that because I want to see those two figures. Gabriel Mendoza, thank you for coming through.
Shout out to Gabe. That's my buddy from work.
Look at that, bro. Look at you. It's always good to have friends, man. Good always. So T3, let us know in the chat. Thank you, Wolfie, for coming through. I'm gonna hold you when we go after we get off the air and we go backstage. We'll talk about that little thing I want to talk to you about. And Oh, in the next few days? All right. Well, thank you so much. Guys, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming through to our chat. We appreciate you. Tune in next Monday for Millennium Workshop coming through. And as always, my friends, stay geeky, y'all. Peace, love. See you next week.